signal sounded. Workers ran. They had less than 2 minutes. The cloud of gas drifted across the site until it reached an ignition source. The first explosion was equivalent to roughly 2.4 tons of TNT. It shook the surrounding industrial park and registered 3.5 on the Richter scale on the seismograph in Houston. Within 10 to 15 minutes, the flames reached 2 storage tanks holding 20,000 gallons each of isobutane. They went up too. Then another polyethylene reactor failed. The complex was tearing itself apart in stages. This is where the next failure compounded everything. The first explosion had destroyed a large part of the plant's own firefighting water system. The very infrastructure designed to control a fire on site was gone in the opening minute. Firefighters arriving from the Phillips Company Brigade and the Channel Industries Mutual Aid Association had to improvise. They pulled water from a cooling tower, from a water main at a neighboring plant, from settling ponds, and eventually from the ship channel itself. It took 10 hours to bring the fire under control. Search and rescue was almost impossible during the worst of the blaze. The morning after, when Phillips employees re-entered the site to determine whether it was safe for rescue teams, the danger of secondary explosions and structural collapse was still real. Of the 23 workers who died, all were found within 250 feet of Reactor 6, exactly where the cloud had vented. Around 130 others were injured. Roughly 35 were hospitalized. 5 of them had life-threatening injuries. More than 100 workers had been cut off by the fire and could not reach an exit. They were eventually rescued from the site by the U.S. Coast Guard and Houston Fire Department boats. The plant was so cut off, so surrounded by burning fuel and falling debris, that the rescue had to come by water. The aftermath produced one of the harshest OSHA findings in American industrial history. 566 violations